In today's episode of Why You Don't Need Superpowers to Be a Business Owner, we're going to talk about, honey, I shrunk the entrepreneur. So today I want to talk to you guys about how we shrink ourselves for our businesses, or for what we think is best for our lives and our businesses, and how it's A, not necessary, and B, may not really be what we're doing at all, depending upon how we look at it. So first, you don't have to shrink yourself for your business. You can be as big and as loud or as soft and as cuddly as you want as your own personal self. So for me, big and loud is the way I swing, okay? And so when I catch myself doing this, it is in an attempt to be less big, less loud. But for you, it's going to be different. But I can only talk from my own experience. I recently talked to someone who is big and loud. She's on camera. She's actually an actress. And she was talking about how in order to manage and run her business, she feels like she has to shrink. She has to be less than she really is. She has to be more professional. And she has to be more strong because she's a woman in an industry that is predominantly male. And that it makes her feel less genuine. And sometimes we, in general, find ourselves doing that just in life, but it also happens in our business. So a time when this happened to me was recently. I was looking for a contract job to supplement my income, which, by the way, we can talk about that another time. But I was looking for a contract job to supplement my income, and I have blue hair. You can't tell right now, but I do. And that hair color changes. Sometimes it's green or purple or whatever. And I was talking to a recruiter about the fact that my hair is blue. And is this something I need to change? Is there something I need to do about this so that it'll be easier for me to find a job? And this brilliant person said to me, Elise, do you really want to work for a company that wouldn't hire you just because you have blue hair? I was like, well, I guess not. But at the same time, I need the income. So I bought a wig so that I could be less blue for a world that maybe wasn't ready for it. Just like this woman that I spoke to chose to change her vocabulary and change how she came off so that she'd be able to fit into a man's world. And we do those things. We shrink ourselves thinking that if we do, we'll somehow be better off. But the truth is, if you want me to help you with your business, I have to be me. If I'm pretending to be somebody else, I won't be able to help you to my fullest ability. And if you pretend to be someone else in your business, if you shrink yourself in your business, you will have that same problem. Now, some of this has to do with your mindset. Now, guys, you know I'm not a mindset coach, but it's something I'm working on because I definitely need to. Hey, Grace, good to see you. It can be how you decide to see it. So if you tell yourself, I have to do this, have to is a very forced way of looking at it. It's a very martyr-like way of looking at it. And so you could still make that decision to do the same thing, and you may not be shrinking yourself. Because there's many sides to us, right? Let me give you an example where I was definitely not shrinking myself, but I changed how I came off. When my daughter was 2 years old, I didn't talk to her the same way I do now that she's about to be 18. That had nothing to do with being less me. That had everything to do with understanding who I was talking to. So, and I never felt like I was having to pretend or not be myself. I never felt like I was shrinking. I felt like I got to experience this amazing thing with my little baby, right? And the reason is because of how I looked at it. So you never have to shrink yourself. You never have to do anything. But you may decide to show a different side of yourself. And when you make those decisions, you have to trust yourself afterwards. Because sometimes we'll go back and try and turn it into, I had to, I must. And that is not helpful or useful to you. Ask yourself the question, am I shrinking myself in this instance? Or am I choosing to present a different side of myself? Because those are two different things. So guys, I want to encourage you that you never have to be someone you aren't. You also don't have to shrink to make your business look better or bigger. So the reason your business is special is because of you. If you disappear, your business is no longer as special. So shrinking yourself, hiding yourself, actually can hurt your business if you are a small business owner. At some point, branding, blah, 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 there's certain businesses, whatever. We don't need to have those arguments, those discussions. But I want you to hear what I'm saying. You do not have to shrink yourself. If you feel like you have to do that, you need to sit down with yourself and think about it and decide, am I going to wear a wig to hide who I am? Or am I going to talk to this 2-year-old in a way that she can communicate with me so that we can have an amazing experience? Because those are not the same thing, but they can be seen the same way by someone from the outside. Only you know what you're thinking. I could also choose to wear a wig, and it could totally not be shrinking me. I could choose to present that face. But in my mind at that moment, I was doing it because I thought I had to. That's the difference. So guys, I want to remind you, you do not have to be a superhero in your business. The biggest sale of the year is coming up November the 8th for 7 days, however many days that is. And that is your opportunity to work with me either in a small group setting or one-on-one to grow your business. I am all about visibility. If you want help, you need to be there. These are the lowest prices of the year. It's for my birthday, and they will not happen again until the same time next year. So come and join me November the 8th. Also, I have just formed a partnership with a pretty amazing woman. She's an executive producer, and we are going to be talking about some amazing stuff starting November the 15th. Can't give you any more details than that, but you're going to want to stick around because there's some really cool things coming. Guys, I just love you to bits. I am so glad that we get to live our dreams together every single day, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.